hello, welcome back to my channel. I just finished the tryout of a new page and I'm so happy how it all ends. Yeah, so let's get started to make this page in the pearl grey cardstock, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a quick walkthrough how this page is working. Okay, so as you can see, lots of cute things. First of all, I like to say it took me 1.5 days to finish this project. Oh my goodness, it took me so long. I did not notice, and I needed to notice that it takes so long to do a nice activity page, and especially the decoration of the papers, it takes ages. But oh my gosh, well, now it's ready. I am super proud to pronounce you the new page. The new. Alright, so first of all, okay, so what you can see, everything is closed down. It's actually not that big fat page, as you can see. It's not that fat, but it have loads of possibilities. Okay, so first of all, where did it start? Well, I must say the first thing that I changed a thing, because I was planning to do a swing tab on this one, but this went way too thick to do a swing tab, so I changed it in a magnetic. So this is the opening. So maybe if I do the pearl grey, I will make a little ribbon right here, so people who get this album knows where it opens. Okay, so maybe that's a good idea to do, but for this one I changed it after I removed that swing tab. Alright, so this opens to the left, so as you can see I improvised the magnet inside here, so this keeps it all together, just only one magnet. Alright, and this opens to the left, opens to the right, and then this goes forward, but in here we have a nice pocket with a nice photo mat, and I thought it would be fun to keep the gold back in with this nice, hello, I really like it. Alright, so this one moves all to the bottom, and I need to move this a little so you can see that I made another leftover page after I finished it all. I had still 2 pages to do for decoration, and then I thought it was a nice decorating part to do this. So you still can add a nice picture only below here, or the full one, or 2 small one. That's totally up to you. And I used some vellum quotes that I cut out, but this is also a pocket, which is the front and back also with a photo mat. Alright, so now this leaves to the bottom because that is the closure. Okay, and then we have a nice picture photo mat right here, photo place right there, and I added a little pocket right here where you can add these 2 note cards if you like. And then I am gonna close this down. It's more it's easier to do. Then this flips to the right, and here we have another great decorative page, which I used some square ones and then I cut it in half, so you have a nice triangle decoration part. I thought it would be fun to do that on this nice big photo frame page. And then here we have a big pocket for a nice big tag in. I used the pearl grey for the backgrounds for once and occasionally. This one I used white, so I'm just gonna use or white or pearl grey for the photo mat. But the pearl grey match absolutely amazing with these papers, so I choose for the pearl grey to fill up a little larger tags for photos. Alright, so this is the front, and then this is the back. Perhaps later on it would be nice to add a nice picture here where you still can slide your pictures behind it, but that would be a thing for later maybe. Alright, so that goes back in here, and then this page flips down. You would say that will be the end, but it's not, because this one also goes to the left, and here I decorate this nice full page, which you can still add a nice big picture or just a small one right here, or you can write something down. Always love these big pages. And then on this side I created 2 pockets with 2 booklets, which I still need to decorate, but I will leave that for later. Just 2 simple booklets, and then this is the end of the page. What do you say? Do you like to do that together with me? And then you can open this up, flip this back, and close this all down. That's it. Alright, have fun. Alright guys, so where did I start? I started with the closure. That's this little thing. That's where I started with. So I'm gonna do that together with you too. So first of all, I'm gonna grab some white and I'm gonna cut my pages at 3 by 4. So I need 4 pieces of 3 by 4. That is the first thing that I did with making this page. So I'm just gonna see if it's needed to have some changes. I think I cut it. Should have maybe cut it. Oh no, this still fits. Well, sometimes I want to cut too short my pages, but this works, this works, this works. Alright, so 3 by 4. Photo mat, you can use any color you like, of course. I did use some white this time, so that is using white. Okay, that was step 1. Now I'm gonna grab the cardstock that I want to use, because now I definitely want, this is my guideline. So then I choose a, let me see if I have one left. Nope, I have not. Which one did I use? I used this big one. So I am going to cut out this big one. Just along those little curves. So that's 1, and I think I need 2. Yep, I need 2. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut along those little curves. And here we go. And this you can put it somewhere. Alright, now as you can see on my page, this one is larger. This tag. This tag is the first thing that we're gonna make. Alright, so now this tag is a little larger. So what I did with that is, first I can cut this out in the right size as this one. So that's what I'm gonna do first. So I'm not gonna measure anything. I'm just gonna cut this out. On this spot right here. Alright, now if you glue the first one down, now I am wondering if I can make it. Yep, I can, of course I can. Yes. Alright, so the best things to do, not the best perhaps, but that is what I did. I just glue down my first photo mat on. There we go. Alright, now I'm just going to cut a piece of paper that fits this one. With that edge, of course. I do like to have that edge. I think I need another one, so let's just cut right away. another one. Here we go. Alright, so next what I like to do is I'm going to make this a little larger. Does not have to be any measurements. I'm just going to make it a little larger. So no measurements needed, just eyeball what you like to see. Same thing with the other one. Make it exactly the same. Here we go. Now we are going to use the decorative strip. For the decoration, of course. We can cut right away the other one too. And let's smooch the edges. There we go. And glue it on that strip. So far so good. Same on the other one. Glue it on. There we go. Cool. Now just grab the first one. And I'm just going to leave a little part open and then I'm put some glue on the middle. Nothing easier than that. I'm going to leave a little, no, not a little, I'm just going to, yep, I do want a little gap. Just a little gap. I'm not going to push that ribbon, that piece, this piece. Just going to leave a little gap in between. Just a little. Now I go to the back and of course now I'm going to add this piece right on the back. So that makes me also have a nice guideline for the back of this photo frame tag. Alright, that's that. Now I'm going to use the other photo frames and just add it on. One. Just a little staying away. Now I do want to cut this first. And now I go to the back and glue on my last one. Alright, that is actually the full base of this full page. Yes, it was. Oop, oop, yep, here it is. And glue it on. That's it, guys. Easy peasy. Here we go. A nice photo mat frame. Easy peasy. Next step. Alright guys, so the next step is make the pocket, of course. So let's grab the leftover of this piece. So I like to make it a little larger, just a little so it fits easily in the pocket. Just make first the background. Alright, so I'm just gonna put this on my leftover page, and I'm just gonna do exactly as I would cut it out for my papers, for my design paper. So just a little edge all the way around. Okay, and just cut this page. Okay, now I need to see if I have enough space for that fold line, and I think I have. So let's make the fold lines on this one. So I am going to score first a 1/2 inch. And then I score a 1/4 extra. Because we need that space. Okay, check it out. If your tag is still fitting on here, and yes, it does. Okay, cool. Alright, fold it. And fold again that other piece. Alright, now we're gonna make that little pocket on here. So I'm gonna grab another piece of paper, or if you have leftover pieces. Now first of all, I want this pocket to be the same size as this one right here, but we also need a 1/2 inch. So yeah, what I like to do the scrapueen way, because I hate measurements, you know that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm scoring first that 1/2 inch. Okay, now I'm gonna fold it. And now again, I am going to see how large this pocket needs to be, because I want this little strip is going to be the stopping. Leave my distress ink alone. Alright, so I'm just going to measure till the end is at the beginning of this strip. And now I am going to cut, not cut, just make first a mark right here, and that piece I need to cut down. I always can make it a little deeper, but that is enough. Alright, so again we're gonna make a fold line. Let's make it straight, of course. 1/2 inch. And I am not gonna cut this too much in an angle, but just a straight line. Fold it. And now we just make, as normal, our measurements for the next fold line, fitting exactly on this page. You also can make it around it if you like that better, but I like to go on top. So let's just make another fold line. Here we go. And then we can cut this right away. That's why I love that tool. Love it. Okay, let's cut that little one too. Here we go. That's the pocket that we want. Alright, checking it out. Now someone told me if you want to do a hinge on the bottom, then you just slide your bottom flip over the top of your sideway hinges. That means that whatever you put inside this pocket, do not go mess around with this little flip. Now let's figure that out. First of all, before I'm gonna put this on, I need this to be fitting completely. So my white is covered if I put this in this pocket, if that makes sense. Alright, and when it does, I'm gonna glue it down. Now this is moving this way, so I'm gonna glue down my pocket on this side. Okay, glue it on. I always like getting tips through my yeah, make no sense which way you contact me to have tips, because guys, I am still learning. Everybody can still learning. I always tell you that I am just doing the things that I love to do, just how I think they should do it. So I am always telling you that I am not a professional. I always am learning. I always say it's my adventure that I like you to be part of my adventure. So yeah, here is the pocket, and now I hope that that tip was a great tip, and here it goes. It fits nicely inside. Perfect. Alright, so that is step 1. Cool. Okay, so now the next step is grab your base, your big tunnel, ready to go, and just measure where your middle is. Where is my middle? Let's just figure that out. Measure where your middle is. Okay, and to be sure that this, it does not have to be perfect in the middle, but I'm just gonna eyeball it a bit just to know where I need to be in between. Alright, this is far enough for me, the middle. Okay, then I'm just gonna apply this on the bottom of my tunnel. Well, top of my tunnel. The top bottom. That makes sense? No, it does not make sense at all. Here we go. Glue it on. I'm gonna stay in between those little guidelines. Okay, put it on. And I want this to be as far as I can get on the edge, guys. On the edge, on the edge. Here we go. Okay, guys, that was step 1. This will be the closure. Something like that. Alright, next is we are going to make 2 pockets at the bottom, and those little pockets have a measurement of, I thought it would be 4.5 by 6.5. Those are the measurements that I want. Alright, so just grab a piece of paper. So what's needed is 6.5. I am going to cut my first piece of paper. Well, I need 2 of course, but let me just start with the first one. So 6.5 it is. And let's just, did I do a bottom piece? I can't remember that I did, otherwise I have to make, well, I think I did make a bottom piece, so that means that I am not able to cut my pages. Wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. Let me unfold this for just a sec. So if I want to make a bottom piece like I did earlier, then I need to make it not 6.5 but then 7. Oh my gosh. Let me cut it at 7. Sorry guys. Sorry for the mismeasurement. Alright, so if it's 7, then now I can make a fold line 1/2 inch. But if you cut it at 6.5 and you don't mind having no hinge on the bottom, then it's perfectly fine. So you can still cut it at 6.5. Alright, then I'm just gonna move it and make a fold line on one side. And then I'm going to score it, and I'm going to keep it at 4.5, and then just make a little mark, and then I'm going to score this, and then I'm going to cut this right away. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here we go. Now for this one goes the same thing. I'm not going to cut it in a triangle. I'm just going to cut that little square off, and the fold lines, of course. The fold lines need to cut off. Alright, so that is pocket number 1. Now let's make right away pocket number 2. Let's see if I am correctly that this pocket is 4.5 by 6.5. Yep, it is. Okay, let's grab another piece. So it definitely need to be starting at 7 inches and score 1/2 inch. Turn it, scoring another 1/2 inch. Yeah, and I should have, but I'm terrible in measurements, so I just love to do it the scrapueen way. Yes, that is an odd way, but hey, I'm just human and I love to do it my way. So I am comfortable with that, with doing what I do, how I do it. Everybody has his own method on doing things. But that's why I call it the scrapqueen way, and that is not meaning that it's the perfect way, definitely not. It's just my way. Here we go. Fold it around it with the hinge over the sideway hinges. As I told you, I love to get great tips, and they are always welcome. Alright, now for this one, we did use the template again. Of course, I love that. I love the templates to be used. And the easiest way to do that is cut right away your design paper. And so that is what I'm going to do again right here. Let's see, I used the dark brown one. Let's see where it is. I think it's a brand new one. Yep, here it is. I did use this page right here. Okay, so 2 inches it is. 2 inches. Okay, now I can't use 2, so I definitely need another one. So just cut this piece of paper at the right size on your mark. Get set. I can't use 2, so that I should have done making perhaps the pocket a little bit smaller. Then I could use just 1 piece, but that's just me doing it differently. But no worries, you still can use those little cut parts. You can, and it's still getting a little hotter each minute up here. Whew. But that's just my fault because it took me so long for making this tryout. Otherwise I could have started this morning already. But no judgment or anything. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is just grab your design paper and move it on the right spot like this, but then you're gonna move it all the way up. This method I also use if I use a die. This method is absolutely the same thing. Okay, now I am going to apply my template on it as it is, as it would be a die, but now I'm just going to cut this out. There we go, and now I'm just going to cut this out. Alright, I'm just gonna try to cut just under that pencil line. So I'm just gonna cut off the pencil mark. For me that makes sense, so you would not end up with the pencil mark on your papers still. There we go. I always like to keep everything, so also I'm gonna keep these. Alright, now if you're gonna make this loose and you move that little piece down, you will see you have the perfect cut. See, you don't have enough. You don't need a die. You definitely do not. This is so easy, and I always love to add these templates in a kit for you guys who does not have any dies or does not have a cutting machine or anything. So this is the way we all can do it. No excuses this time. We all have a scissor. Alright, so what I also like to do is to keep this with this one is I'm gonna number one pocket. Just like that, so I know this one belongs to this one. Alright, so for those who would like to see me doing this again, okay, so just move it, but then all the way up, but keep your sideways in your eyes. Okay. Now this is very easy, these little things, because that is a guideline for making it nice and straight. Perfect. Perfect thought. Here we go. Can be that easy? Yes, it can be that easy. Cutting it out. Just take your time with this, guys. Just don't rush anything. I'm here with you. Just cutting it out. Grab a cup of tea. Put a nice music on. Gosh, I wish I am there, because it's quiet right here. I'm listening to my own voice. Saving this, you never know if you're gonna need it. Alright, and then again, if you move this down, perfect. Yes. Can I move it? Can I glue it down already on it? Perhaps it can be done. Can I? I think it can be done. Let's just glue it already on. A few pieces that you already can glue on. If you want to wait, then it will be better to mark one piece. Here we go. Okay, let me just add this also. So I do not have to mark this, but if I do a tryout, then I do that to see if there is needing any swing tabs or magnets or anything. So I always like to make it first all in cardstock, and then I go back for my design paper. But for this one, I already know that I do not have any magnets or anything needed for this page. So yes, here you have your two pockets. Can't make it any easier than that. Let's grab back our base, and perhaps it's easy to flip this on the back so it does not go in the way. Alright, so the meaning is that we just glue these at that middle mark. Alright, so that is what we're going to do. Glue it on, glue it on. Okay, for those who follow me longer than today, I am nervous. Shh. Don't tell that to my son, because he always thinks I'm crazy, because he have his second fight in 2 days, and And we still can't see him, so it's still without any audience, and I still hate it, but okay, it's perfectly fine. So we can watch the fight at home. We do have a beamer outside, and then we can watch it through the laptop. If you buy an online ticket, they will give you a stream link so you can watch him online. And it's gonna be a nice weather this weekend, so perfect to invite some friends out to watch the game with us. So yeah, everybody can help me, being not this nervous as I am right now. Maybe you can't tell, but yes, I am, and I don't wanna let my son know that I am nervous, but I am nervous, and I am all week a little bit, yeah, cranky, a little bit itchy. I don't know. I think, do we need to have a reason why we are a little bit not that nice and cute? Well, if you notice that from me, then that is my excuse. Do I need an excuse? No, I don't, but yeah. Let's say it's that reason why. Perhaps I am a little bit more quiet. Perhaps, I don't know. But, alright, those 2 pockets are ready. Next step is making that big page. Alright, stay tuned. Alright guys, grab another page, a large page. And the first thing that I like to do is score. Oops. Let's score a 1/2 inch. But then this one needs also a little thickness, but not that thick. So we're just gonna make a 1/8. Does not have to be that much more, but just a little, because of these pockets. Nothing more thickness is inside. Alright, and before I'm gonna fold, I'm just gonna check it out. And maybe we need to cut this more. It is... I'm just gonna cut 1 millimeter off this page, just to be sure that it's inside this complete page. Alright. How difficult can it be just cutting that little strip? My page keep moving. Alright, so let's make the first fold line. Then do the next fold line and be secure that you do that nicely and straight, otherwise your page is not even. Okay, now I go back with that first fold line, because that is the place that we're gonna attach it on. And now I want to know how far, because I did not put my page all the way to the end. I only put it till here, till this piece right here. Alright, so I am gonna place it on the left side, and I'm just gonna make a mark where I needed to end it, and I just be sure that I just overlap this just a little. So I'm just gonna be 2 millimeters larger than the end of this sideway pocket. Alright, so I'm just making it a little larger. Checking it out if it's all good. Yep, it is. Alright, glue it on, guys. Glue this big page on your tunnel. There it is. Glue it on. Be nice straight. And if you are straight, burnish it down. There we go. Open it up and burnish it down. Can be that easy. Yep, it can. Oh yeah, that is the thing that I was not aware of that one, of that of that 1/8. Oh my gosh. All right, pause me back because, so I'm glad that I did that extra on the side because I did not know that. So you should have folded on your first fold line and then make that mark. All right. So I did not, but I can fix it because it's still fitting on this edge. But that was close, 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 close. All right. So if you want to make this page perfect, then fold it on the first mark, lay it on the sideway of your tunnel, and then make that mark. See, because if this is now flat, perfectly straight, then I will lose that 1/8. But does not matter because I still can move a little, so I still am correctly. But then it means that this is not straight, okay? But I'm not gonna remove my full page. I can remove this fully, but it's still okay. It's okay with me. Alright, so, but that is the thing. Then I already make the mistake. Yeah. I always make that mistake. Alright, so that is done. So let's see what's next. So this is the big page. Decoration needed. Just simple decoration right here, but non-activity whatsoever. So let's see what's next. Next. Okay guys, next step is make that big pocket with that nice gap where you add that large piece in here. Now let's see if we make this one. Can we make a pocket with this? Yes we can. Let's use just this one. Alright, make a fold line for that big pocket. And this time I don't gonna make a flap. It does not need it. Okay, I'm making a fold line. Then grab the page back and let's be sure that this fits all the way. And let's just make another fold line. See me doing this? I almost cut it. Almost. There we go. So now I have a big pocket with the measurements of that 21 centimeters or 818, and the length is 21 centimeters or 814. Alright, so we have a nice square one, guys. That's coincidence. Alright, now this one, I want to glue this down a little lower than here, 1/2 inch, and that this is not coming to the end. That's totally fine. That's no worries. That's perfectly good. But I also like to make that nice piece, and let's see which papers that I used for that one. Let me see which one it was with the little lines. Yep, this one it was. Alright, so for this one I also cut this paper at 2, I believe. Yep, 2 centimeters, 2 inches. Guys, it was 2 inches. And again with this one I need to cut this as it should be design paper. And same thing here, move this all the way till the top. Put a clamp on. And this time I use this one, but you can of course use anything you like. It's totally up to you which one you like. Wait just a sec, this is not completely straight. Yeah. Oopsie daisy. I want this straight. You don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. I don't. take your time. Here we go. Yes. Now I just gonna eyeball the middle. You can do a measurement if you like, but well, I don't think it's that difficult to eyeball this. Alright guys, again I'm gonna cut just along the pencil mark or above. That's totally what you like to do. And still I'm gonna keep this piece, and here we are. Let's smooch the edges. And glue it on. Yes, we can glue it on. Yes, we can, we can. We can do it. I think my son is moving up. I don't know. I hear something. Alright, so this is ready. Yep, nice pocket. Let's see. Yep, I'm straight. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave my little guideline right here as a 1/2 inch, staying away from this edge. That is my guideline. So now I'm just gonna apply this big pocket. Are you still with me? Yes, you are. It's not that easy, especially when I made a page already. So let's make sure that I did not make any mistakes now. I did yesterday, of course. Don't forget gluing down the bottom piece, and I definitely need to clean the opening of my arc glitter glue. Okay, let's start with this. Being straight on this page. Yep. There we go. Push it down. Okay, that is for the big pocket. Next. Ah. Are you still enjoying yourself? I do hope so. Are you ready for the next step? Okay. Now, what we're gonna make is we're gonna make another flip page. So I'm just gonna grab another page and just make one fold line. Does not have to make it a little deeper. You can. Let's just do that. For those who want to have a little more bulk for adding pictures, just make a 1/8. Alright, so definitely not make the same mistake as I did earlier. Okay, so just fold it. And let's fold the other one right away, but not make the same mistake with measuring where it needs to be, because this needs a little careful touch. But fold it on the first one, guys, on the first one, so you never get wrong with that. Alright, now I'm gonna flip back this one right here. Now this is the end of this page right here. Now that should be where this page needs to be. Okay, so I am gonna be careful with this. Now this, I'm just gonna fold this straight this way. I'm not gonna do it this, because then it's gonna wiggle. As you can see that. You don't see that, do you? Alright, now you see what's happening. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on this side where this page ends right here. Okay guys? This ends right there. I'm gonna push it down as I would glue it down. Now this one, we need to cut this down where this ends. Okay, so I'm just gonna push this forward so this is not movable. If I do it this way, then it is movable. But if I push it down with nice straight, this is straight, now I can make a mark right along here. Where this ends, this is where this page needs to be ending. When this flips down, you don't see this page. Okay, let me show you. So if I open this up, where is it? Here it is. See? You don't see it. This needs to be in here, like that. So this is your page right here. See that? That is why this is the closure. And then this opens up. Yep, so this is the end of this page. I think even this one go just a little under it. I see it. Okay, but that's okay. Yes, so that is where this needs to be ending. Alright. Now I am thinking a little bit forward because this needs to go in here, of course. Just thinking a little carefully before I am going to tell you that you need to cut that off on that strip. So if I put this right here, and if I cut this right here, it's just belong this right here. But we need to make two flaps. It definitely goes around this one. So what I'm going to do, I am going to cut not on this mark, but I'm going to cut it at least 2 centimeters smaller. So I have the place, or wider. No, wait just a second. If I put it not smaller, oh, wider even. Wider? Oh my gosh, wait just a sec, wait just a second. I know I struggled with the triad also before I made it correctly. Why not cut that page when I have added that piece on? That would be a nice thing too, to do. Okay, that we can do. Shall we do that? That's maybe a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. Alright guys, so I'm going to cut first a little off this page, just 1 millimeter is enough to make it a little smaller, just a little tiny bit off, just a little tiny little bit. Okay, and I am going to glue this down at this hinge. So we always can cut this. Okay, let's cut it. Let's glue it down. Oh my gosh, I'm getting hot up here. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Another odd way. I know you guys sometimes think of me over the other way when I say that, but it's getting warm up here. It's getting warm. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, put this on the right spots. Right on the end of this page and being straight. Okay, open this up. Here we go. Yes. Okay, now you move this because you have that 1/8 extra for whatever you're going to put filters on here. You have this place. Okay. Now, let me be this nice and straight page. Cool. Now what we need to do It doesn't have to be difficult, but yeah, it's just a little tricky. It is. Perhaps there is a better way. I know there will always be a better way, but yeah, let's find that way. Okay, now what I did with the tryout page was making two different flaps that goes one to the this way and one two separate ones. But when I was making it, I thought, why not make right away in one piece? Then it's always be straight. I don't know why I'm not was thinking about that right away, but it would be easier. So I'm just gonna flip this over. I'm gonna cut this in a long way, so I'm definitely having enough. So what's needed? I want this flippable piece against this line right here, this little strip, and definitely overlapping the end of this one right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab a piece of paper, put it, well, be just a little millimeter off. Well, no, not. I'm just gonna put it, yeah, ½ millimeter away from that strip right here. And then I'm just gonna cut this. How much larger do I want this? How much larger it was there? Let me say that I want this 1/4 away from this line right here. About. Doesn't have to be particularly one size, but about. Alright, so it is larger. Okay, cool. Now I have this long strip. Now it is the best and simplest way. Let me put this off. No, you don't see it, do you? Well, let me just. I definitely know that this is the wrong way because now I see it already. Oh my gosh! Yeah. Would be needed a longer one because now if I fold this way, it is too short. Yes, Diane. Are you stupid? Yes, I am. But no, I'm not. Just fold this in half, so you have two equal ones. Just like that. Okay. Alright. I think the postman is here. Well, does not matter. Alright, so what we need to do is I want this to be, and you still can do it the easier way, just fold it around, or you just can make a mark. That's also a possibility. Yeah, I know I'm strange. I'm a strange working woman. I'm just gonna make a mark and I'm just gonna make it 1 millimeter beside this piece right here. Yeah. Let's make that fold line right here. And I'm gonna make a 1/8 extra for the thickness. You definitely need that. Okay. Burnish that down. And yes, I do need to cut this. So my idea on why not use one full strip that goes right in the trash, because that is not working at all. But let me just cut this piece off. Here it is. Well, at least you did cut your piece in the right size, so that would be nice too. But the planning that I had was not working. Nope. Okay, guys, now for the next one, let me first see where this goes. Okay, so if I put this up, same as I did with the other one, just put this up, put everything straight. This needs to be up with this one. Now I'm just gonna push this straight, and now I can glue this down where I want it. Okay, that is this position, yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's do that. Does not need it a big flap of this one, but just gonna leave it on. Alright, so I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. Make everything nice and straight. Now I'm just gonna put this under here on the right spot, and then just move it up till here, till I am a bit straight, but still not that tight, just a little tight. If that makes sense. If that makes sense to you. Here we go. Okay, that is one spot right there. And then it still fits perfect. Cool. Now, ta-da-da-da-da, for the next one. For the next one. Oh, I'm getting hot. No, I'm not. For the next one, we need to stay inside. We definitely do not want this overlapping, otherwise this one cannot go to the right side. So we're gonna stay away 1 or 2 millimeters away from that fold line. So this can be nicely go against this. Well, that does not even bump into each other. Alright, so I'm just gonna let this stay right here. Alright, hold it down, push this back again, because this needs to go around it. And make sure that this one definitely go up. Okay. Yeah, this is a little tricky, but oh my gosh, we can do this. We can do this together. We can, we can, we can. Nice straight. Move this up here. And now I'm gonna make a mark. And then that mark is a bit not the same, because I am gonna fold it and make the fold line on the right side of that mark right here. Oh my gosh, if that makes sense, I hope so. I hope so. So I'm gonna make a score line on the right side. So this is, so I have a little play. Also that 1/8. This is it. So this is how I score mine. See that? On the right side. Just a little off. Okay. Score it. So the actual plan was, if you use one piece right away, you just can fold it around it. But yeah, well, this works for me perfectly fine too. Now I need to glue this down on the right spot. Okay, so this goes in here. And this still can fit nicely. See, this fits perfect. Well, it can be just a little smaller. Just a little. I don't want to interrupt anything. So this is the great way of checking everything. I definitely do not want this to be in the wrong spot. But if I put it right there, then I think it's perfect. Checking it out. Oh, yep, this is the right spot. Everything fits nice and straight. No, I think it is. Alright, put some glue on. You just have to take time for this, guys. I know, and maybe there is a better way, but hey, as I told you, do a little much right here. But this is just a scrap queen way. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm just gonna put this under, so I know at least where I need to be. Make sure that this is straight. And that this is not coming under yours. I think it's pretty okay. Yep, I think it is. Then I like to burnish it down. Yeah. Alright. Closure, closure. I'm pretty much satisfied. Still not perfect, but I'm satisfied. Yes, I am. Yep, I am. Okay, and now that this is done, now I can cut this paper. Yes. At least I hope I can. Okay, move this back. So I need to cut down just, I'm definitely gonna use my cutting mat, so I'm sure that I'm not cutting wrongly. Well, I also want to be straight, so let me first make a line. Yeah. Let me first make a line. Why not just use this as my guiding line? Yep. Here we go. That is my guiding line. That is where I need to cut it. And you can use your cutting machine for this, but here we go. Just along that pocket. Alright, let's check it all out, if it's still finished, if it's still working everything. So this is this page, this goes back, and then here we have the stopper of everything. Yep, only thing that we need to do is put a magnet on and then it's ready. Cool. Cool. Alright, put everything on the right position. Now there is one thing that it's, oh yep, that's why I was saying that one thing was bothering me, but that's just this little thing that needs to be on the right spot, but the magnet will do that. So this is the right spot. So here I like to have a magnet. Okay, I'm still on the right position. There's also a little, use those those bumpy pieces, guys. Use it. Otherwise it does not fit nice. Yay! Here we go. That's it. Yep. And I mean with all those bumpy things, that is this one. Keep your pages straight. Otherwise it does not have any use for making those little bumpy pieces. But you need those spaces. Otherwise you do not have any space for decoration paper and then adding pictures on it. So that is the main thing. Otherwise it does not fit. Alright, so yeah, I think it's cool with this closure going down and everything. Yes, guys, it's ready. Ready to decorate. And that is the hardest part. Not the hardest part, but oh, wait just a sec. Where is my little piece right here? Yeah. See, that is what I was telling you about. I don't want to see that white coming under here, see? So it definitely needs that space. And when we adding all those papers inside, because this was at the beginning at the black one too, but when you're adding the papers, it's going to be heavier and heavier and heavier, and then you don't see it any longer. But that is why we want this to be this way. Cool. Yes, okay, so what do you think about that? Let's do the decoration. And it's warm up here, guys. First of all, I'm gonna get me a nice cold glass of water or a nice hot cup of tea, because it's better to drink warm with warm weather than drink too much cold. Yep, that is my advice. Okay guys, I see you in just a sec. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Scrapqueen and today it's Monday morning and it's time to decorate. Yeah, let's finish it up. And this take a while, so if you like to join me, please join me and listen to my chit chats and everything that's going on. Yeah, but if you don't like to see this, then just use your own imagination, use your own papers, use a different order if you ordered this one. My design paper. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Alright, so let's get started. Okay guys, I'm gonna start with a little strip right here. And this strip, I think we are going to take that at 3/4 of an inch, and I bet I need two. Yep, I need 2 strips. Here we go. Let's get started. Yeah. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. And yeah, you know me, I love to chit chat a little while doing this, because yeah, this is otherwise a little, well, boring. That is not the perfect word to say that, but I can't say every single piece. Now you can glue on this and you can glue on there. That will be boring. So yeah, and the most of you really like hearing, talking me about my life and everything. So I'm just gonna start right into it. Always leave your little pieces. You know me. I always like to use them. And so my weekend was fabulous. Like I told you in the last part, that my son had his second fight in this long taking competition. I want to tell you a little bit more about this competition. And this competition takes about 1.5 to 2 years, because of course they they can't make as many fights every weekend, so that is most of the time they're having 6 weeks in between. And there are different weight class to be in. So my son has the weight class 72. Is it 72? 72 less. So between 70 and 72 weight of kilo they need to be every single time. And you have more weight classes. Okay, I'm going to use these, so I'm going to cut this off, and these I also going to use with this one. So first of all, I'm going to cut these papers because I'm going to use these. And so you have more weight classes. You also have heavy weights and lighter weights than my son is in. So okay, so my son is 21 years old. In September he's gonna be 22. So he had his second competition fight, and the competition fight this time is pretty much the first thing that they event this. Normally you have fights or different rounds in a sooner time being, but with the corona they can't have any audience with the fights, so only the people who are training them, are nursing them, or the fighters themselves are in that area, just because of the corona, because no audience is possible to have. So they thought, why not, because the fighters are already 1.5 years are not having any fights. They do train, but they could not have any fights because of the corona. And so that is why they invent this little competition. Well, little, it's a big competition, but then on a longer time being. Alright, so most of the fighters are very happy with this, so they can be getting back in their normal life, their normal training possibilities and everything. So they have again a meaning to train. Can you imagine you train 1.5 years without having any looking forward things? Alright, I think I use this one, and I use this one on the other one. Alright, so this will be on here in just a sec. Let's go use the back. These two I am going to cut out later use. Then I'm going to use, yep, I am going to use the bottom of this one for here. So, but I need two. Wait just a sec. Can I use two in one shot? Let me check that out. Oh, it's not possible. Then I think I cut it the wrong way. Wait, if I do it this way. Wait just a sec. I think if I do it this way, then I think I can cut two, or still don't. Yes, I can. Alright, let's cut it this way. Okie dokie. Alright, so this weekend he had his second fight. And I want to tell you a little bit more on that. So you can imagine, Saturday morning, my hubby went up early to get everything ready because, yeah, of course, those fights can't have any audience, so you get a live stream to watch the fights, and it starts at Saturday night at 7:30, and my hubby makes everything ready to get to see that fight. So he gets up early in the morning. We go out our little, how you call that, the garden piece where we always gonna sit, and to get everything ready. So it was nice weather. In the morning the weather was not that nice, but in the afternoon it gets better and better, so it was very nice. So when the time was ready, and I was nervous as hell. I always am, well, not always, but I'm getting more nervous each time. I don't know why. I never had that before, but I do. I am, especially when we are not there to support him or to shout at him and everything. So yeah, maybe that's why I'm more nervous, because I am not with him. And you can imagine that we always went with him. So yeah. Alright, but that's okay. In the future we can't go everywhere with him too. And especially when he is going to fight more and more outside Holland. So yep, that is not possible to go always with him. I wish I could, but it's not possible, I think. Alright, so I was happy that my hubby take control of everything that was needed to do to make sure that we could see the fight. So at night, everybody who wanted to see that fight was coming. My parents, my mom and my stepdad was coming, and my parents-in-law was coming, and a couple of friends are with us. So it was very, very comfortable, very nice, and yeah, easy going. It was very, very cool. Wait just a sec. For the back I used this one. That's the back of this one. So you just can cut this. And nope, we need two. So we're gonna cut this at the long shot, because two you just can't use if you cut it this way. Alright, so you need to cut this in the long way. Alright, so the evening gets started, and why I'm gonna tell you this? Well, you gotta know what I am telling you in just about. So the first game was on, the first fight, and the second one, and it was getting more and more nervous, and my camera was already set, because I always film the fight for my son. When he comes home, then he can fight, then he can watch it back to see if he did it good or needs some adjustment the next time he does have a fight. So that's always what I do, to film everything. So, but then he was on, so we were very excited, and then just a little bit, the internet was falling out a bit. So, oh my gosh, my hubby was already, no way, not now. Every game was not a big deal, but not my son's game. Oh, game, it's a fight, but I always say it's a game. But then the internet went perfectly fine again, so we watched the fight. And after 40 seconds, 50 seconds, I must not lie, after 50 seconds, the fight was finally, well, not finally, the fight was done. Because somehow he punched him on his hand the first time, and really a half second after that he punched him again on the same hand. And then the guy who he was fighting with right away told everybody to stop, because he hurt his hand very, very badly. So he wanted to stop. So that means that my son won after 50 seconds, but with a technical KO. So afterwards we heard that he broke his middle bone right here on it in his hand. Alright, so he won. So we were yay! And right after that we watched they taking off their gloves and everything, and then the internet boom went off. No, I will not curse. Beep way. No way. That was okay, that was not nice, of course. That is not nice. That is definitely not nice to know. Alright, wait just a sec. I'll wait. I need to check it out because I don't think that I can use, I need a new one. So, but of course, I am so glad that he did not use his full 3 rounds, because if that was the case, then we were not watching him because of the internet. Oh my goodness. You can imagine that my hubby was out of control. He was so mad, so mad. And we were so lucky that the fight was that short, and of course we were very, very happy, but we were very angry that we could not watch the interview after that and watch the last fight. And yeah, that is not nice to end up that evening, but of course we were very happy that he won, and very luckily that his game only took 50 seconds, so we could watch it. But you can imagine the strugglings we had. Oh my goodness, yep. That can happen to us. It only can happen to us. So definitely the next time we are gonna do everything possible in our power to see if we can manage a better internet for outside. So I hope we can find a better way. Alright, so I'm gonna use this stripe paper to decorate this piece right here. And I already cut in one piece of paper of that pink one, but I noticed that it's not wide enough. So that is why I used another one, a new one. So we do have plenty of one A4 sheet to use, because on the left side I used also this paper. There we go. Okay guys, one page is done. Yeah. And as you can see, it's the same as the black one. See, it's but look at that, look at the difference. It's so different with the light one and the dark one. Yeah, it's just a personal touch which one you like better. My mom really likes the black one better than this one, but yeah, I still can't choose. I like this, I like the light version, but I also like the black one, so I still can't choose, so I'm still happy that I do both. Alright, so next page we're going to do is this one. So we're going to stay on this paper, use some dark brown. I use this strip to finish up a nice big covered page. Okay.